Hey everybody, this is John Stoffer, and I'm here to bring you a tech tip from MCAM Northwest. Today I want to talk about how we can improve our performance in Mastercam by simplifying some modeling. This is something that I was inspired to do based on a file that was sent in from a customer. I thought that what they were doing was absolutely great, but we could clean it up and make it a little bit easier on our computers to run this. So let's take a look. So here I have a fixture. This is a tombstone with some base plates and some vices, and it's all really nicely set up. This is a great start for a horizontal tombstone type of setup. The issue that we have is this is a really complicated way to do our fixturing. Not necessarily the way it's sitting, but the details that we see in all of that fixturing. Let's take a closer look. If we zoom in, we can see there's all kinds of text that's littering the faces of these vices. There's little pieces that really don't need to be there in terms of collision. They're kind of just getting in the way. Things like that little screw there and the one on the side here. There's also lots of detail in stuff like this. Look at all those little teeth. We're having to render all of this information, but really this doesn't do anything for collision checking or anything like that. So what can we do to improve this? Well, what we can do is simplify the modeling. We can remove features that we don't need so that we can get better performance out of the system. I'll show you a couple of ways that I would do that for these pieces. First, I would break them into their own files. So let's start with just the tombstone. So here's the tombstone all by itself. And honestly, there's not a ton I would change here. I actually like the numbering on the sides here because it makes it easy to understand where everything is. I also like the B-axis markers on top. Again, makes it easy to understand where I'm at. However, we don't really need all this extra stuff at the bottom. I would go to my model prep tab and use my move command to highlight everything that I want to get rid of. So let's just highlight all that and deselect the faces. Then I would get the other two corners as well. Once you have everything selected, just grab the arrow and bring it over this way. Once it's completely off the model, like this, then we shouldn't have any issue with anything popping up on the model, and it's going to simplify it. Then I would save this. We can also take a look at the base plates. So on the base plate, there's not a ton to change, although we don't really need these fillets. I would probably just use the Remove Fillet tool under Model Prep. I can control click to get everything, and then green check. I can also go in here and remove this lettering. I would probably do this with the Push-Pull tool. So I'll grab Push-Pull, zoom in here, and just select the faces of the text. Once that's all selected, I'll grab on the arrow and I'll snap that to an existing corner or edge on the same face, and that gets rid of it. Really easy. Finally, there's the vise itself. On the vise, again, I would use push-pull to get rid of all of the text, and I would also get rid of any kind of modeling that I really don't need. Things like this screw here, we could just delete that. It's really not going to make a difference. This one here as well, we'll get rid of that. This is what's going to make the biggest difference on this file though. Notice all of the detail in here. This is totally unnecessary. We could really just have a square block that shows the outline of where we're going and have the same effect on our collision checking. So to fix something like this, I would probably just use something like in the wireframe tab, we have curve one edge. I would probably just curve the edge from the side profile here, create a new outside boundary for the teeth, and then re-extrude that as a new piece. Then I would replace all of these with those. Very simplified, not very much definition to them at all. As long as it's good enough for collision checking and it's the correct size, we should be fine. By the time we make those edits and then recompile a new fixture, we get a new result. That new result looks really great. I'm not cutting here, this is real time. So that shows about 6 seconds in order to get from one file to the next to show you this particular setup with the fixture. And it looks basically the same as the complicated one. However, This one took 6 seconds and the other one took 28 seconds to open. This file is only 14 megabytes, whereas the original complicated one was 113 megabytes. This really adds up in your day. So by simplifying your modeling down to something like this, it still looks great. You're still going to get great collision checking. It's going to be perfect for simulation, but it doesn't have to bog down your system nearly as much. Well, I hope that was helpful for you. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to learn more about Mastercam, just let us know what you want to learn about. You can leave a comment below or email us directly at support@mcamnw.com. If you want to learn more about Mastercam 2024, contact our sales team at sales@mcamnw.com or give us a call on our main line. Thanks, and have a great day.